Hello there and happy Tuesday, everyone. I had to school my kids. Mom's going live. So I had to start a few minutes late there, but I think we're good. I want them messing up all my bandwidth here or banging on the door or fighting or, you know how it is. So those of you who are parents in this day and age and working from home, let me know how it's going. Tell me I'm not the only one. Mine are teenagers, so they're going stir crazy over here because they can't leave. Anyway. All right. So today, as the slide shows, we're going to be talking about live streaming options. It's just me today. And it's a busy day for me because I do live streaming in a few other groups, but on the first Tuesday of the month is when that usually happens. And this is every Tuesday. So let me see, make sure that I have everything here. Let me know that you can hear and see me. I do have the comments up. I will be monitoring that. And I think we should be good. Make sure that sound's coming through. I think there was a live stream where I started and there was no sound. So just let me know you can hear me. And let me just make sure that everyone who is here is in the right place. Especially if you're new here, kind of, what's this all about? Should I be paying attention today? Well, are you a dream builder? And if these apply to you, then yes, you are. And so keep watching because that's who we are talking to today. Number one is, are you passionate, not just about the products and services you offer, but also the people that you help, those that you provide those services and products to, and those who are using those products and services to better their life. So that in essence, you're really doing what you love. You have a passion about something and you're helping people. As entrepreneurs, that's what we do. We find solutions and we help people. And you want to create this business online, an online business that can earn you $10,000 or more stable monthly income. This is going to allow you to live a desired lifestyle and get really clear on what that dream lifestyle is, and build a business that funds that so you can stop trading time for money. And you want to build meaningful relationships, these relationships that will eventually lead to a community that's going to grow your business on social, using social platforms, Facebook groups. This allows you to really scale your business, reach more people, ultimately help more people. And finally, you've got to be committed. You know that you've got to put in the time and the work to create this dream business. You want to follow the right steps, do the right things in the right order so that you can create a lasting impact, have lasting income, and that lifestyle and fulfillment for long-term and have long-term success. So if that's you, great, then you are in the right place. That was just kind of, just let's make sure we've got the right people in the right place. And in order to get this, out of your head and not just a dream, but to really start building it and start putting something together and making it a reality, we want to offer you at a high level, I'm going to go over this. It's our Dream Builder Blueprint. And it's for dream builders like you. It's a set of building blocks, different goals or milestones that you want to achieve in a specific order. This is going to keep you on the path to get to where you want to get for fulfilling this dream. So starting with that baseline there, what is the dream, which is number one at the bottom, figuring that out so that you can design your dream lifestyle and the business that's going to fund that. And for everyone, that's a little bit different. Today, we're going to be talking about live streaming options. So some people, that is how they're running their online business, something like what I'm doing here today. So whether that is live streaming or you're a blogger or you do one-on-one coaching calls or you're writing a book or creating courses or tutorials or anything like that, make sure that, is it something you can commit to? And is it something that will build that dream lifestyle that you're living? So for everyone, it's going to be different. And if you're not committed to it or you don't like it, then you're not going to be able to continue to deliver that. So when you're thinking about what that dream business is and what you're delivering in it, does it fit your own personal style, and does it fit into your lifestyle as far as how many days you want to be working, where you want to be working, the type of work you want to be doing to generate this income and build this business. So once you have that figured out and you're be able to promise and commit to results to an ideal client, then you want to start inviting people. So whoever those ideal prospects might be, start reaching out and inviting them, inviting them to take you up on your offer. So, if you know someone who could benefit from a course you created or your membership, which maybe involves live streaming, which is probably why you're here today. You're going to do like weekly Q&A calls or some type of training. Let people know about it. Say, hey, I've got this offer. I've got this this group that I'm running. This is what it costs monthly. I think you would really benefit. Here's what we're offering. Check it out, and send them to the landing page for that. Oh, are you not seeing slides? Thanks, Wyatt. You can hear me though, right? Did I not turn this off? I did not. There you are. Thank you so much. See what happens when I pay attention? Thanks, Wes. Oh my God, I said Wyatt. Wes, thank you so much. Okay, yes. But so reaching out to those people, inviting them, right? Saying, hey, you could really benefit from this, and letting them know where to go to find more information. And that would be, a landing page you've created for them to sign up for that offer, whatever it is. Or if you've written articles and you want them to read it, that kind of thing. So start inviting people. By doing that and having them take you up on your offers, right? And actually paying you for something in exchange for what you're offering. You're going to learn some very valuable information. You'll get feedback like whether your pricing is correct. You'll learn if your delivery method is working correctly, maybe be able to make some improvements to that. And maybe there are some needed like core educational products that you realize, oh, this seems to come up a lot. This would probably be a baseline, and that might even help you create some type of offer for lead gen, right? So something you can give away free to get people to sign up. But, this kinds of stuff you'll learn. You'll be able to create these things like content, products, other services that will lead to additional income. And, you may not have thought of that if you didn't go out and start coming up with, this is what I'm going to sell. This is what I think will work. Offer what you have now and learn from that. And maybe you'll learn that you might even go in a different direction. It's an important step because you'll learn, you can start now with like a small group and you can help people, but you can invite people to start trying your solution or your offer or anything like that when you start inviting them. And then once you have something that works, people are willing to pay for it, your pricing's okay, you've got a nice systematic way to deliver it, you've got that down, or at least for the most part, right? Then you can start to begin attracting more business. You'll know what to give away now as your lead generation product. You'll know how to word your copy, what kind of ads to create, right? To, you can run analytics, you can reword your things like that and know exactly what to say, and even start asking your current members, your current clients, customers to refer business, right? And maybe start an affiliate program. Sometimes people want to jump all the way to this stage, without the building blocks that will create the strong foundation that'll make it really easy once you get here, right? So when you follow the blueprint and you are making money along the way, then you can really grow your business exponentially, and you can maybe even come up with new income streams and tweak what you've got working. So following it, making money along the way. All right, I'm looking at comments here. Say something. Comment would say something. Is Julian being funny? Thank you. I'm glad you guys can hear me. So today I'm going to talk about live streaming options. And there's a couple of ways this could go. And I don't know exactly if I'm going to, I think what I'll do, there's a lot of confusion. I've seen questions about, what tools to use and what's the best way to do it. So this is going to be geared towards using it with your 22 social apps and what the options are, right? What's available to you. And then I'm actually going to do some demoing as far as where you can find some of these things. And if I can, I was trying to test it before I went live. I'm going to try maybe like in an incognito browser, log into what I'm using. Now I'm using StreamYard with my other account, not my 22 social account, but my own account for like my coaching calls. See if I can log into that maybe in an incognito browser. So we'll see. We'll see if that works. But So there's a couple of option, I guess, groups, right? So there's Facebook Live, right? And there's lots of tools. We'll talk about the different tools. For example, what I'm using now is StreamYard, but there are others that you can use to stream on your pages, which is public, in groups, which would be whatever the setting for that group is, and then also on your personal profiles. And then there's also YouTube Live. There are lots of them, but I'm mentioning YouTube Live because you can use that in conjunction with 22 Social. And this would be, instead of maybe live streaming into a group, which if we're talking like memberships or courses, which is kind of going to be the focus today, people have paid you for access to something and you want to live stream to them. You could also do this publicly to create lead gen and things like that. But a lot of the questions we get are, I have a membership group. What are my options for live streaming? So with YouTube, you can actually host inside your app, which means they can only see it in the app. It needs to be hosted as unlisted. Now, there are pros and cons to all of these, and I'll talk about some of the tools that apply in both sections. But there's also these other options, and this has kind of been a source of confusion. So I wanted to throw these in there. I'm not going to cover these today, either because I don't use them, or they're rarely used by 22 Social users, or they're either not supported or they're just too complicated. But there, in addition to live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, Vimeo also has a platform. It's not currently supported by 22 Social. It's not free, so kind of leaving that one out. Then there's Livestream. I think it used to be US, but I think now it's .com. But the live stream option in your apps, I'll talk about that because that's a source of confusion, along with the Praise TV. And I think it maybe has to do with the way the settings are set up. So I will talk to the tech team, the 22 Social tech team, to see if maybe we can change the way that looks. And I'll tell you what I mean when I actually bring those up. Steven Stay says, I love StreamYard, use it for virtual open mic and live. Yeah, so I do the same thing as well. I use it. I love it because I use it for what I'm doing now. I also use it for coaching one-on-one calls. I can also simultaneously stream into Facebook and like YouTube at the same time. And then there's other platforms that do that, but then they also have their pros and cons. So I'll kind of go into a few of those. But a lot of this is going to be mostly me kind of showing you how that works. So let me see what I have over here. So here are some of the tools that will work for both, either both or one of the two in this list will work for live streaming on Facebook and live streaming through YouTube, with which both options work when you are a 22 Social user. So number one, I strongly recommend using a desktop-based application or software to stream. A lot of these do offer, or some of them offer, mobile options. But if you're going to be, for viewers watching, it's okay. But for the person actually running it, you need to probably get really comfortable with desktop. You can do it on mobile, but I recommend desktop. So, and correct me if anyone's recently signed up for some of these and they're wrong. This list is based on probably something I sent to somebody about maybe 3 months ago. Was the last time I gave a client a list of these, and I kind of looked into these prices. But StreamYard is, while YouTube and Facebook are free, having a tool like StreamYard or BeLive or Blue Jeans or all these other, you do need, they make it a lot easier. I'm not going to say the word need because you probably could do it straight out, but some tools require a lot of tech. This one's $25 a month. I find it is very easy to use. And another popular one is BeLive, but I've found that StreamYard has pretty much the same price, but more features. Again, this was as of several months ago, so they may have upped their game, but this was the deciding factor for me. Before, I was all free, YouTube Hangouts, live, Hangouts on air I did that for about 6 years. Let me take a sip here. Excuse me. And then in August of 2019, Steven saying BeLive horrible for music. Cool. Yeah, I didn't even consider that. But in last year, right? 2019. I'm trying to think, what year are we in? I want to say it was August. I don't know if Melody's on, but she can attest to this too, because her and we were big users of Hangouts on air, and they worked really well with 22 Social. But they took that away. And it gets really confusing when you go into YouTube and you try to figure out their live streaming platform and what you need for that. And then that goes into a whole list of other things you need, like all of these other Wirecasts and things tools. You don't need that if you have 22 Social. Really, all you need is the YouTube ID number that gets generated once you go live, and you plug that into your app. So StreamYard will do that. I believe Be Live has that. Yes, good comment here. Shelly says that StreamYard does have a free option. They did at first. They had a trial option, and then they have a free option where it'll give you your it'll have their logo on it. So, but it's free. So this is a free option is a really good one to try and use to get the hang of it. But you don't get all of the features. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shelly, if that's not correct. But like I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing today and simultaneously stream to YouTube and Facebook at the same time. That's something I would need with the $25 a month plan, which is the lowest of the paid plans. Now, at the time when I first got StreamYard, they said upgrade to the $25 a month now, and we will automatically give you 2 streaming platforms included, which normally would be the next plan up, which I don't really know what the amount is, but I'm going to pull up the website in a minute. I don't know if they're still offering that now, but I got grandfathered in to where I can simultaneously stream on the $25 plan. Be Live, the only problem with Be Live, and let me know if anyone's using this, that if this has changed in the last, this year anyway, since 2019, I couldn't have if I brought someone else on, they had to be on camera. They couldn't share their screen and not talk. So for people who don't like, I have a lot of clients who don't like to be on camera, but like to do what I'm doing right now, where they're sharing like a PowerPoint or a Google Slides or a Keynote, whatever, a presentation, even maybe a PDF of slides in their computer screen instead of their face, right? And they're just using the microphone, so they're talking. A lot of people, especially when they're first starting out and they're not comfortable with live streaming, want that option. And Be Live does not offer that. You have to, if you want to talk, you have to be on camera. So let me know anyone who's using that. Yeah. Okay. So let me know if that's what you're talking about, or if you're talking about the not having the options of, the free version of StreamYard. But yeah, definitely you guys chime in if you have that. So let me get back to my slides over here. So then there's also Ecamm. Now I'm going to let you know right now, I don't use Ecamm, but I have heard great things about this. So it's kind of like if somebody doesn't have a Mac, 100% I'm going to recommend StreamYard. If they have a Mac, then I would say use StreamYard or Ecamm, because I've heard great things about Ecamm, but I don't personally use Ecamm. So I can't really say yay or nay. I just know that if I've heard great things from people that I highly trust their opinion and do what I do regularly or do the same kinds of things. So if I had a Mac, I would probably try it out. I just wanted to throw that in there just because I've heard such great things. But anyone who knows anything about that platform, please definitely chime in. That would be awesome. Now, here's another one a lot of people don't know about. It's pretty cheap. You can start for free, and it's like, instead of paying $25 a month, I want to say it's like $29 for a whole year or something like that. Maybe it's like 40 bucks, but it's like a really low price. It looks like it should work very much like StreamYard and Be Live from this way it's set up. And I was going in there going, oh, okay, this is pretty similar to those. But I had so many issues with it. And when I went to search online, there were like, I couldn't, endless complaints about all of the bugs with it. So I kind of put that one to bed, but I may revisit it later. If you're looking for a really cheap option, maybe you can get it to work. I just, it's like the other ones, just way cheaper. And if anyone used ManyCam from like back in the days with Blab and Periscope and all of that, those are really older platforms. So, I mean, a lot of them are still around, but those were 2 popular ones back in the day. People would use that to like put frames on their faces and do different things. It's the same company. They just offer now live streaming to like YouTube and Facebook and all that. And then there's OBS, which was what I used for a long time when I was really cheap. But I'm also techie. I can figure technology out pretty quickly. If you're not technically inclined, right? If that's not your thing, you probably won't like it. You do have to, get some elbow grease going in that one, but it's completely free. But there's all kinds of encoding and bit rates and things you have to kind of research and know. And if that scares you, then maybe stay away from that. I mean, there's people who are like, oh, I've used OBS, I'm not techie, and it's been great. So try it, if you want to start with the free. But this is what I've done. I did all these. I did YouTube Hangouts for the longest time because it was free. It took me a while to figure it out, but I got it, loved it, and then it went away. OBS was free. Again, I was cheap, so I tried that. Then everyone was saying, oh, Blue Jeans and Be Live. I tried those, but they were too expensive for me. So then I found Ecamm or ManyCam, and I was using that for a while because it was free, but I could never get it to work, and I was really getting frustrated. StreamYard came along, and I was like, this is awesome. So that's kind of my 2 cents on that. So what I want to do is I'm going to pull this up because I want to show you, this is what I'm talking about. And I'll put some links. I actually have, maybe I have it here in the banners. I'll put it up. No, I don't. Hold on a second. Let me grab this. And I want to say it's StreamYard. This is a referral link, right? So full disclosure, this is my, let me put that on there, referral link. So I do get like a free month or something. I don't know what their plan is, some type of referral program or points towards something if someone uses that link. But you can check out their pricing there if you want. Now I'm going to pull up an app. Let me get this over on the right page. Let me grab this one because I use this one a lot in training. You guys may be familiar with this. Let me pop this over. Let me head back over to StreamYard to make sure you guys are seeing the feed, which looks like you are. Okay, good. All right, so I've used this app before when we did like the whole membership walkthrough and things like that. So I want to show you when you're in, and it doesn't matter if you're on the gate or the main content. Why is that there? Let me refresh. I hope I didn't have anything not saved. I had this open earlier this morning. I was getting different screenshots for today's live, but I thought, you know what, it'd probably be easier if I just pull it up and show them what I'm talking about. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you're app or gate to be able to see to add a video, but let's use the main content side because maybe that's where you want to put a video. So if you were going to do a live stream, so let me go to media here, and that's the media in that section. And I'm just going to hide the photo for now. I'll bring it back because we're going to just use the second slot right here and see how, let me make this a little bit bigger for those of you watching on mobile. There we go. A little bit bigger. See, so you have 4 media options, and then on each tab, you then have these subcategories right here. And here's video, right? So there's YouTube, Vimeo, and that's if you just want to put a video in, right? So if I hit YouTube, then it's going to ask me for the ID number right here on the end. Vimeo is going to ask for the Vimeo ID number here on the end, galleries and things like that. There's this option over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6th one where it says stream. This has been a source of confusion. This is where I'm talking about, like, we should probably change the way this is laid out. There is live stream and Praise TV. And these are very highly special, live stream is super expensive. It's not going to ever be on my list of recommended platforms because there's so many other ones. They've been around for forever, but before live streaming was a thing, like 2010, 11, 12, like in the early days, this was all there was. And it's like a couple $100 a month or something. So if you already have that, like you're a big production company or something, then you're going to follow these steps. And, or if you're, this is for churches, they use this platform for their, I was going to say ceremonies, but what's that called? Their, wow, I'm drawing a blank. Not their presentations, but, not sermons, but, when they're doing their, whatever their thing, a lot of churches right now, because of the whole COVID-19, are using platforms like this, but you don't need any of those. What I'm going to see if I can ask is if 22 Social can move YouTube, not move it, but add it also. So it's here as a video option, but it's also a stream option, or maybe just even do something about that. You do not want to go to the stream. Don't click over here. You just want to click YouTube and put in your YouTube code from the YouTube ID that's generated when you stream to those platforms using StreamYard, Ecamm, Be Live, or even if you use something like Zoom has a high-end program that allows you to stream to YouTube Live. A Webinar Jam streams to YouTube Live. There's so many platforms out there for online streaming webinars that say, hey, we work with YouTube Live. All they're doing is when you're done setting that up, and every platform is different, but at the end, you're going to get a YouTube link or YouTube ID number. All you got to do is come into your app under here and plug that in. So I wouldn't recommend going to YouTube through their live platform and setting up a live stream with all of that technical stuff in it. I used to with Hangouts on Air. Yeah, that was easy. You set up a Hangout on Air, get the code, plug it in here. They don't do that anymore. Now it's a little bit more technical. So use something like StreamYard, Ecamm, BeLive, and put that in here if you want to have your YouTube broadcast in here. So for example, and this is where I'm going to test to see. I'm going to go into my account here and see if I can't go into StreamYard. And I'm going to show you. So StreamYard is kind of funny. And you have to, if you're logged out, you have to log in and get a code. And because I'm logging in and out of 2 different codes all of the time, let me pop this over here. They're always asking me to enter it. So I just did that. Hold on a second. Let me grab it in my email. So they're going to email me a code because I'm logged in with the 22 social account. So now I'm logging in with a different one. Hold on a second. Let this email come through any second now. I'm just waiting for it here in my inbox. Okay, 953701. Now, okay, so what I like about this is what your back office looks like. And normally I'm not able to show this, but I happen to have 2 StreamYard accounts. I have the one for 22 social, and let me hide this out of the way. And now I can log in for one for my own. So when I create a broadcast, what I'm going to then do is I'm going to say, I'm going to stream to my group, or that's a test group I have. That's another group that I stream in for another client. That's my YouTube channel. This is a different YouTube channel. And I forget what this is. What was that? Anyway, this is also right here. They have skip and record. So if you just want to create training videos, you can click this, which that's what I did down here. Like I was doing, I have an active campaign course, and I'm doing video 5 and 6 next week, and then the next month, these 2 will be coming up. So I can just record them right here. I can go in, create a broadcast, not go live. I could just say, skip, I'm recording only, give it a title, create, and then it'll start for me. But if I want to say stream into a group, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new group. These are all of the places. Let me make this a little bit bigger that you can stream into. And so you would then add your YouTube channel. And then it's going to ask you to connect those. It's doing something funny because I have this in a different section. So then you'll choose your account. Let me close that. Or if you don't already have one. So it'll walk you through setting up any of these. So if you want to stream to Periscope, or you want to, oh, that's what that was. I was trying the hard way, which is, that's code. If you don't know what that is, don't worry. You can stream to a page, a group, a profile. So you can even stream to LinkedIn. So these are your options. You choose that and you connect it. And then once it's connected, for example, this one is connected, but I actually want to add, I have this dog training group over here, where I want to add this as this, let's say for this app, right? Because we're over here working on this app. I want to say, okay, for this membership, I'm going to stream live every Friday at noon, right? In the group. Well, you can put a link to that in here to stream to the group, into your group. But in your group, you're going to create your live stream. But you don't do it in the group. You do it through StreamYard. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to connect a group. And it's probably going to give me a whole list of groups, which let's see if I can pull this over to the side, because my group connections are crazy. Come on, buddy. I mean, it's over to the other side. Oh, I need to be logged into the right account over here. Let me hit cancel. Sorry, guys. I apologize. I'm trying to, I should have had this set up already. Give me a second. I'm going to log out of Facebook as on my incognito. I'm just going to log back in as me. Really quick, guys. Sorry. This is where it comes in helpful to have someone else in here that can then talk for me while I'm doing this. All right, log in. I should be logged in now. Good. All right, let's come back over here. I'm just going to try this again. Let me refresh maybe even. Because now I'm logged into the right account. So if I'm going to create a broadcast for the first time, in your case, these would all be blank. So I'm just going to pick group. And I'm going to hit connect. Sorry, this gets really big because of my graphics card. All right, so I'm going to select this group, which just happens to be the one I just created. Let me come back down. So all the groups that you're an admin of will show up. You do have to be an admin of the group to stream into it. So assuming you're your own admin for your group. When it does that, it's going to take you to your group. And here you're going to see apps. Well, it'll automatically do it, but I'm going to go ahead and hit add. If you're not seeing that and then done, down here where it says apps in your group, just click add apps and choose StreamYard as the app. That's all you have to do. Now, when I want to stream to this group, I can just say, all right, I'm going to go live. Let's call this test 1. I can say something. I'll be smart like Julian and say something. Right? So you figure out what all this is going to be. And what I like about this is, so comment instructions basically tell people how they're able to comment. There's certain rules that Facebook has in place. And so it'll put a little link to comment here. And you just have to approve the app to let them comment. I know what it's going to say. So sometimes I will add that in my description. But for this, I'm just going to check it. And if I wanted to schedule this later, I can click this and I can upload a nice thumbnail image. So for example, like the one I did today, this obviously doesn't dog training, but I don't have a thumbnail for this one. I would create my image, which I did, which is just my starting slide for this presentation. And then I put it in, back over here. And then I say, okay, great, I can schedule. And what that does, let's say I was going to schedule this for 5 p.m. today or tomorrow. Let's say tomorrow. You pick your date. You can only do 7 days in advance, by the way. And then I'm going to hit create. What this does is it will create a scheduled post in the Facebook group. Give it a minute. And if I go into just the main discussion tab of the group, it will say in here, just like it said on the page for 22 Social, 22 Social plans to go live. This one happens to be Monica plans to go. So whoever you are on Facebook plans to go live. And then people can click here and get a reminder. And this link here is the same link that it'll be when you go live. It'll be the same link for the replay. So you can email this out, this email link. So from here, there's the one I just scheduled. And I can view on Facebook. It'll take me to the Facebook link. But what I'm really looking for, I just want this up here. If I click continue, it's going to take me to that link. So I'm going to hit continue. And that's what's up here in the browser. It's the Facebook URL. That's the link to this post. And that's what where they'll watch it and all that. So you've got that as something you can put in an email. You can make an event for it. You can, link to this. I do that with my weekly lives in my group. Now, let's go back to the same one I just created. I can also, I'm going to hit edit. Choose to send this to, let's say, is that the only YouTube I have in here? Let me try this one. This YouTube channel, it's going to copy all of the same title and everything, and you could change that. And you can make it, what I would do is I would make it unlisted or public. But if this is for a membership, you want to do unlisted. Private will not work. Private is, they'd have to log into YouTube to see it. So For those who used to use Hangouts on Air or YouTube live events, we always schedule them as unlisted. This is no different. You're just going to choose unlisted. You could change the title and description if you'd like. You could choose a different thumbnail if you'd like. I'm just going to keep the same one. But if I wanted to choose a different one, here's the alternate I was going to use for you guys today, and I switched it. So you could use the same one or not. And then the time is usually the same because you're going to simultaneously do both. Now, you don't have to simultaneously stream to both. I usually will stream to one or the other, right? Pick one, but I happen to be able to do both. So when I go live, I have both. So now when I click edit here to view on YouTube, or the more button, right? Same thing as before. This link up here, it's telling me this is where it's going to take me and I can continue. But all I need is this little code up here at the top. I know it's super tiny. If I continue to YouTube, I will be on that link and I could copy it from the browser. But I don't actually need to do that. Now that I have that, I'm going to come back to the app over here. And that's what I meant by all you need is the, and hold on a second, really quick. I hit cancel. I just want to make sure that I'm not editing the one that we give away as a template. No, that's the live streaming demo. I labeled it so that I would know I'm not editing the wrong one. Okay. All right, so back in here, remember how I said you don't want to choose this live stream option, and I'm going to hide this one actually. We're going to do it in slot 2. We want to choose video, and we're just going to pick YouTube as a video, but we're going to put this ID number in there, and then I'm going to hit preview. And now I've got just a little placeholder here that is telling me, you know, it's not live right now, but it will be soon. Like if I try to press play right here, it says live in 25 hours, and it'll just change as you can down. Now you could set a reminder, it'll send you an email. So if you're broadcasting in YouTube, choose YouTube when you set this up. And if you set it up with, you know, another platform, I'm only using StreamYard because that's the one I use and it's the one I recommend, but they're all very similar. The bottom line is when you set this all up in the platform of your choice, when you get that YouTube ID number, that's all you need to add to your app. So you can either stream to Facebook or stream to YouTube. In my case, I'm doing both. You don't have to. And in either case, you're going to either get a link that is in here, and this will just start when you go live in the group. So let's say I'll do that next. I'll go live in both of these. Or you stream to, come back over here, too many tabs open. YouTube, right? And you plug that in here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit save changes. And I'll take a look at questions. And that's how, if you had made this private, it wouldn't be visible in the app. And if you made it public, it would have been publicly streaming on YouTube on the 8th at 5 p.m. And we don't want that. We just want it in here so they can see it. So if you want to have it in here where they're in here, and let's change the layout really quick. Let's say this was like an app you made just for live streaming. So you don't need all the stuff on the bottom. I'm going to hit save changes. Let me refresh. Okay, this was just an app I set up like as my live stream theater, right? They're going to come here to watch. Or if you were doing a webinar, you can make these buttons be like, if on the webinar you're going to explain something and give a special offer, this would be the button to do that. And if you wanted to monitor comments in here, you can just turn comments on the bottom. So over here, I have them off, but I can turn them on. And that's usually the only time I will ever turn on comments in an app, a 22 Social app, is if it's an app where I'm live streaming. And so I don't want to stream into my group or my page. I just want to do it in the app. That's the only place that I would send people here to watch it on the live day. And here's where they would ask questions and I would monitor that. Now this can be opened in a new window, which is really cool. So you could copy the link up here and you can monitor this yourself while you're doing your broadcast. You'll see the questions, the comments come in here. It's its own little page. You don't have to keep coming back down here to read them if you wanted. I have other trainings and things like this in my own membership on how to do webinars and all that, which goes over that. I basically today wanted to really go over the options you have under here If you wanted to stream inside your app, YouTube is really the only option that we offer, unless you're going to use livestream.com or Praise TV. Those are not common. So those are like either Livestream's really expensive, Praise TV is specialized for certain types of content. Most people are going to use this option, and it's just confusing because it's not over here under Livestream. It's just under YouTube. It will automatically replay when it's over. It'll just become its own video on YouTube to replay. All right. And then if you were to stream into a group, this is where it is. So let me come over and look at, looks like there have been some comments. I know this was kind of a lot. Yes, church service, worship service. Thank you. Why was I drawing a blank? What is this? Can you record and then go back and send it as if it was live? No, well, so what you could do, if you're asking about, good question, when you come in here and you say, let me go back over here, I want to create a broadcast that is a record only. Sorry, is there an option there? Where's that? Oh, right here. I was at the bottom. I have too many things now. It's down here. Right here, skip record only. What it's going to do is it's going to, this was a test, right? So if I go into enter broadcast, because I haven't even covered that part. When you go live, you go into enter broadcast and, oh, it's not going to let me because I'm using the mic. Hold on, let me know, comment if you guys can hear me. I want to make sure I did not just turn off my mic and camera because I'm using the same one for the one I'm on now. It's not going to actually let me do that, bummer. So let me see if I can show you this. This is going to look crazy, okay? You guys are going to be like, oh my God, it's cascading, but that's what happens. Sorry, let me pop this over. This is where I actually am live right now. So it looks like that because now I'm sharing what I'm sharing. It's continuously going back. But see how over here I can see your guys' comments. There's a lot of cool things I could do. I can create banners. Like if I wanted to put my referral link, I can show that. I can hide it. I can show comments. So it takes a while to kind of learn all these little things. Thanks, Chelly. And I know this looks weird because it's like that, but let me see if I can change so I had that before, but you don't see it because when I show it, it covers everything that I'm showing you. That's hard to do. But this is what it looks like when you're actually in there live. I'm going to pop this back over because I know that's annoying. I'm in a different account where I'm not live, but I can't connect my camera and my video. But that's what would happen. You would go in, enter. Let me finish answering your question about the recording. You would just go in here and enter it. Let's see if it lets me do it now that I know you guys can still hear me. Oh, I'd have to allow. Okay. And you don't have to, you just have to allow the access, but then you can turn it off before you go live. So it's only camera. Like right now, you guys aren't seeing my face, you're just hearing me. You can set that up. So I probably will have to take some screenshots and, which I'm working on right now. I'm building a tutorial for my members on this whole process. I just wanted to kind of spend today kind of answering some of these questions, going over that. But you would then, when you're done, this is what that looks like. So these are upcoming. I'm going to click on past. So I just did this today. I did a workflow inside this group. Let me see if I click on that. Will it take me to it? And this is in a private group that she takes them down after we're live. This is a free group, actually, her public group. And then when this is over, the replays are only for members, but it looks like she hasn't taken down my replay yet. So here's the replay of what I did for this group earlier today. Let me go back out. When I was in here and I did upcoming, I selected this group right here, Train Your Brain with Dana Wilde. I set it all up and I went live. That was at noon today or 1 o'clock today. And so I'm down here. So that was me going live, going over membership components with these. I do their 22 social training once a month. And it just lives in here until the admin takes it down, which she actually does, because this is a public, free group. Actually, it's not public, but it's free to join. She gives people a taste of what, and then the members can access the replays inside the members area, which you have to have paid access to get to. So let's see, let me just close that. Once you're done recording, after it's done, so let's look at some past broadcasts. Let me go back to that. That's the one I did today. I can download the recording and it'll give me an audio or a video. So I could just do audio only. For those of you who are like maybe doing podcasts or something and you want to upload this is a really good option too. They will save it for up to 7 days. It's a super high quality, very large file, which is why I simultaneously stream to YouTube, because when I'm done, I just go to my YouTube channel and download the video from there, which is a much smaller file and doesn't take up as much space. But if you need a high quality, that's something that BeLive at the time didn't offer, but they had just started adding it as an option when I left BeLive. And I left because StreamYard wasn't offering it and now is. So I was like, that's all I was waiting on. I made the switch. But let me look at that, see if hopefully that answered that question. So as far as can you record and go back? So then what you would do is for recording only, you would download the video. You'd have the video saved to your computer or wherever in your cloud. And then you can post that like on a YouTube channel or post it on your Facebook page or in your group, but it would be a recorded replay. So let me know if that's not clear. Yeah, it's either recorded or live. It can't be both. And I know I'm a little behind on these. Is that a cover page? That cover page. Let me know again if you were talking. Let me see. I'm going to go through some of your questions. Or did you add an image? Or this creates an event on your page? Okay. I'm looking at some of your other ones. Yes. Awesome. Create a process. Yes, you can pull only the audio. That's one of the benefits I like about it. Okay, so this will create an event in your group. Have you ever been in a group where it says so-and-so plans to go live? So let's actually look at that. It won't create an event. So if you go to events, it won't create them in here. But you can create an event and say the location is like in the description of the event. So yeah, I don't have any. It's asking me to create an event for the group. I can then grab this link. The timestamp is always going to be the permalink, but you can get it from, it's right up here, the permalink. It's the same one that you get when you go to, when you go to view on Facebook. It's right up here. And if you click continue, it's going to take you to that same place. It's right up here. That link you could put in a event. I don't usually recommend that, but well, I'm sorry, I take that back. It's not that I don't recommend it. I do it. It's just there's other reasons why I do it. So for example, if I look in my events for my group, so I have an event coming up on Thursday. Let's look at this, which I can now edit because before I didn't have the link. Remember how I said it won't give you a link until it's 7 days ahead. So I haven't scheduled this one yet, but let me go back and show you one that has already finished. So if I just go to my calendar, these are upcoming, but let's look at a past event. I'd have to go back a month. So in March, I did one on March 26th. I created it in my group through StreamYard, got the link, and then my description was, hey, here's, we're going to have this. It's coming up on the 26th at this time. If you need to comment, you'll need to go to, and this is where I said, I don't add the commenting. I don't check that box when I live because mine's already in here. So if you're going to check that box when you go live, you don't need this. The one that says add commenting instructions. These are the instructions. It's just going to take people to this page, but I put it in here. There's other things I put in there, but I say to attend, all you need to do is go to this link where it'll be live in the group. And that's the link that StreamYard gave me. It's just going to take them back. Now this was on March 26th. So this is now over. So they're seeing the same link, but it now says was live, just like the one in Dana's Train Your Brain group was live. This one says plans to go live because it hasn't happened yet. If someone clicks on this link in an email or wherever you sent them, after it's already over, they're going to land on the replay of it. So it'll look like this one here was live. It's the same post I made originally, except now it's just a replay and they can watch the replay. That's groups. Now you were asking, Shelly, about pages. What it does, let's look at 22 Socials page. I'm just going to go 22. Oh, because this was my test account. Sorry. 22 Socials page. This is where I'm live right now. So those last couple examples were either to YouTube in an app or to Facebook in a group. What I'm currently doing right now is I'm streaming live to Facebook on a page. This is public, so anybody can watch what I'm streaming right now on 22 Socials Facebook page. And it'll even say right here that I'm live, but let's see, let this load. 22 Social is live now, and that's me. So it doesn't create an event on the page, but if I create an event, I can link to this Facebook permalink that the StreamYard setup gives me so that I can send people. How is that connected to the app? So the app, it's one or the other. So I'm going to go back to, let me come back to this. If you want it to play inside your app, which is a really good question, then you want to set it to send the destination. You pick YouTube and you get the YouTube link. Those are really your only options for hosting it in here. We currently can't host any other video platform, whether it's Facebook, Vimeo, or any other, inside the app while it's live. I tried to force it and play around with it and hack it with the Facebook URL a long time ago. But I couldn't get it to work. So right now it's just, if you want it to be in here, where this is where they watch it in your app, choose YouTube. If you want them to watch in your Facebook group, then choose Facebook group, make sure that's connected. Those are really the two options I recommend for protecting a live stream for a member-only view. And if I had to pick one over the other, I would pick the Facebook group. Only because with the YouTube, even though it's unlisted, somebody could right click on the video, copy the link and share it with a non-member. And until you change the setting on that, otherwise it will always be viewable that way. So I've never had any problems with people doing that, but I know some of my members or my clients are like, they're concerned about that. So I said, if you're really concerned about privacy and not being able to watch the video outside of the membership, then do it this way so that it's only available in the group. Because this, unlike, well, this is not a group one. Let's go over here. This one would be a group one. Let's say it was over. Unlike YouTube, I can right click and get this video, or I can share this link, but they're going to see a sorry, does not exist. Anyone who's not a member of the group won't see it. Just like anyone who's not a member of, oh, it's a different tab. Not in the SRM for the app won't see the main content here. But once somebody who is a member is in here and copies the video URL, they could share that outside of the group. It's not shared on Facebook, YouTube, and sent out, publicly so that people just randomly on YouTube will find it. Sorry, I meant YouTube, not Facebook. But it's unlisted, meaning it exists on YouTube. And if someone knows the link, they could watch it, but they'd have to know the link. So that is why I usually, if you really want to, the only time I would recommend doing it this way is if you do not have a Facebook group. That would be it. If your membership does not include a Facebook group, or you're doing lives for some other reason that's not a group, like a webinar or something, those are usually public though. That's when I recommend setting it up in an app definitely for like where you're going to sell something, on a webinar or something, or do some type of launch. That's the setup I would go. All right, let me, so let me know if that answered or did not answer your question, Shelly. I don't know if that is clear what I was saying as far as how is that connected. But the question about the image, so let me close this one. When you are, let me close that one too. When you're creating a broadcast and you use an image, so I'm going to go ahead and edit. Now, this one is scheduled for the 8th at 5 p.m. So until then, I can edit it. Actually, I can edit it even after that. I'll just have to, well, Facebook, you have to go live within 10 minutes or they'll delete it and you'll have to do it again. YouTube, it'll just stay in there. You can keep changing the date. But if I wanted to edit this, I could always change the image. And this image here is just, all I did, Shelly, is for my presentation, like what I'm here, let me switch over. This thing that I'm doing right now, for example, this is a Google Slides presentation. You can use PowerPoint, whatever you use for your presentation. I'm going full screen on my monitor with the presentation. When I close this out, so if I do, let's see if I can do it now. Oh. Is it this one? Where I can make it small? There. So these here are just my slides, right? I will actually go here and I will download the slide as an image and save it to my computer. And then I will upload the image to, what was I going to say? StreamYard. I think it's taken a while. Sorry, guys, I'm just reloading my presentation, but I wanted to show you. That's how I got the image. It's just, I created it in Google Slides. So however you create your image, if you're going to use a streaming app or a, hold on a second, let me bring this back over. Give me a second, really quick. I just got a little bit combobulated. I'm moving everything back over. If you just stick with me for 1 second. We will be all good. All right, and hide that. Let me just hit cancel. So I will create the image and then I will upload it here. And then I can save changes. So I could change the date. I could say, well, maybe I want to go the next day before it was actually live, and then save it. And then any changes you make to the, so let's look over here. This was in my group, right? Let me just refresh to make sure it says that. See how it says Monica plans to go live, and this is in the group. If you need to change what this says or change the image or all that, you don't do it in here. You could edit, but what I recommend is you do it on StreamYard. You change whatever this part is, how it says say something, or the picture, all of that. Go into StreamYard and edit it. And then you can say for the Facebook one, I want it to say something else, or I want to call it test 1, 2, 3. You want to change the title. You can also change the image here. So if I want to change to my other alternate image that I had picked, which was this one, apply and hit save changes. The link doesn't change. So if I already sent out an email or I already made an event that says, here's where we're going live, and I sent them to the link that was created, by changing the title or the picture or any of that, it changes it here. Let me refresh. It should show the other picture now, but the link is still the same. I'm still looking at the same link. So you would do all of your changes in StreamYard. So BeLive offers that, Ecamm, they're all very similar. But I really liked the ability to download either audio only or video. I like that I can simultaneously broadcast to multiple channels. And I like that I can get download a recording of past videos, broadcasts, and I could put these anywhere. So I use these for like one-on-one calls. So when I want to create a broadcast with a client, so I would pick my coaching channel, and I would say coaching call, if it was part of a plan, number 4, maybe their name, like XYZ dog training, right? That was my client. And I have a monthly call or a weekly call every Monday. We have a 60-minute coaching session. I would put whatever description I want in here, and then I'm going to do, what I actually do here is I make it private. Watch this. I'll do schedule for later if I want. I don't have to. You don't even have to have a thumbnail, but I could just pick something. So if I pick like one of my clients, let me just pick like Roy. I know I have a lot going on here. No, wrong one. Videos. thumbnails. Let's say that we had a call coming up. This was our last call, but we had a call last on the 1st. It's called 21. I can put that in there. It's private because I'm not actually going to stream on YouTube. This is one of my other benefits I like, that I don't know any other platform that lets you do this. It's a private, so no one's going to see this on YouTube. I can later share it with my client. I can share it with Roy if I wanted to, or XYZ, or whoever it was, right? Let's say I'm going to schedule it for today at 6:35, whatever. You don't even have to schedule it. If I uncheck this box, I can just go live now and it'll give me the link. And so now I have this in here. And when I go into Enter Broadcast Studio, all I have to do is invite him to come on with me. I'm going to get this link, which lets them come inside to this broadcast. So if you wanted to come on here and instead of commenting with your questions, Chelly, or any of you that are commenting, and you wanted to actually speak and have your microphone heard and talk to me, I would go into the dashboard for this live, get the invite code and send that to you. And I actually do that for my app audits with my members. They get that on the day of the live. They can come in and they can actually ask their questions live. But for a one-on-one call, I would set it up through my YouTube as private. And then I never send the client to YouTube. I never embed that anywhere on YouTube. They just come in here and the two of us talk inside the studio, which I can't show you right now because I can't allow access on this one. But let me bring this one over, and it's going to look funky again. Sorry, because I'm actually live in this one, but I have different, oh, it's not going to let me change it right now. Nope, I don't want to do that. I have different brands in here. See, I can't go into the studio where I'm live right now because it's hard to do. So there'll be screenshots. But see down here, like that's me. Usually Renee's down here. And then if I want to share my screen, that's me sharing my screen. So it says Monica, Monica's screen. It would be Renee, Renee's screen, or it would be my client, and my client could share their screen. And I could hit go live and record the whole thing. It's streaming privately to YouTube, so no one in the world is ever going to see it. But I'm only streaming there so that I could get a copy of the download if I needed it, or if I'm going to share that privately later. But during the call, we're just talking in here and I'm sharing my screen and he's watching everything on here. This is the platform that we use for our coaching call. So I use it for lives, for webinars, for all kinds of live streaming options. And I use it to record my one-on-one coaching sessions that I don't stream publicly anywhere. All that's the reasons why I like StreamYard. Let me come back over to questions really quick. Yay, I'm glad you like that. Yes. What about connecting? No, I've wondered that as well. And I think because Instagram is a mobile, like they don't have the video size is different, right? So it's either square or it's going to be like the long, it's a little bit different. So now, if you know that there are other platforms that's cast and stream to Instagram, let me know. I'll look into it so that when my clients say, hey, what about Instagram? I could say, well, StreamYard doesn't offer that, but this one does. I just don't know of any that do and do everything else that I just mentioned, which those are really cool options as well. So I personally in my business do not need it. And I don't have any clients right now that are actively live streaming in Instagram. But if that changes, I may look into that further and let you know. Okay, so I'm glad that makes sense. Good, good, good. All right, so hopefully this cleared up a few things. I know it was a little hairy and we did go a little bit long. Let me switch back over to what I meant to show you. One of the big things of confusion was people coming in here and saying, I don't know how to set up live streaming with 22 Social. You don't need to worry about this live stream session part right here. Just put it in as a YouTube. But from that, now that you have it in here, you do need to send people to your app. So you need to publish it, right? Get a, copy your permanent smart link. So they'll come over here and anyone who goes to that link that is not a member is going to see the gate and have to join. But members will always see this side. They'll land, as long as they're logged into Facebook, and you'll have it ready to go. It'll say we'll be live in, and you could put a countdown timer in here. I mean, there's lots of things you could do. Actually, let me show you. my membership in here, and then I'll wrap it up because I always digress. I get excited, especially when Renee's not here and I get to play, and then I end up doing these really long live streams. We're just over an hour, so I don't think it's too long, but I will be wrapping it up soon. Okay, so this is in my membership. Like this is my members area. I don't, let it calibrate. I don't live stream in here. I used to. I don't anymore. Back when I did Hangouts on Air, people would come here. I actually had a tab that was specifically, I should probably show you guys that one, that was specifically for live events. And so I would say here, hey, we're live, go here, and I'd send them. But I don't do that anymore. Now I just have, actually, this isn't even the one. Oh, yeah. So I'd say here's where we go to live events. They would click that, and it's going to take them to this other app over here, which I just clicked on right here. It's the same thing. This is because this is a really old setup that uses tabs. If you don't have tabs, that's fine. You just put the smart link there, and they'll just end up on a page like, let me bring it back, like this. That, oh, come on, buddy. Oh, it's right here. Like this, that is not living on the Facebook page, but same thing, same deal. I actually prefer those, if I'm being completely honest. Let me grab the actual mobile link anyway, so I could show you. That way you guys see it as you would see it if you did not have, oh, so that's my gate. Let me do an admin login. Come on, buddy. All right. So this is the same thing, just off the Facebook page, which I think is a lot better, less distractions. I put a little countdown on the top, and then I'll put my replay here. That's the last one. Until the next one, when I schedule the next one, I'm going to get the YouTube live code, and then I'll go in here, go to content, and then I will make, so this is media one is a countdown timer. This is an expired message at the bottom, and then I have a video after that. So I just put in on media 3. Right now it's my replay, which I host on Vimeo, but I could have left it as this. That's the same replay. If I show that to you, it's still the one that was on, oh, that was number 9. It's the one that was on YouTube. It's just replaying there, which I guess I didn't update that to number 9. I should just leave that in there like that. But I have like a countdown timer at the top that says, on the 9th is our next one. So it's counting down to the 9th at 10 a.m., which is right here. So you could add these things above the video and all of that. But you need to send people here. Okay. So for webinars or memberships where you host your lives inside the app, send them to get your smart link and send them to the app. For those of you who are doing memberships with Facebook groups, I recommend running your lives in Facebook group and then letting them know in there, just like you let them know everything else in the group, what's going on, updates that you're going live. Let me come back. I've got too many things open here. All right, let me make sure I got everything back up. I think I do. And this last one over here. And then I have my incognito. I just want to make sure I close what I don't need up anymore. Then you would send them to work in here in the actual, watch it in the Facebook group. So I know I digressed. I'm going to check one last time for questions, but I think that was it. That's really all I wanted to make sure that, we had clarity on that. Maybe you're more confused than you were before, but if you have questions, definitely let me know. And I'll do my best to answer them. I think a lot of you found some helpful ways in here. Let me actually do this, get myself a little credit. If you guys do want to check out StreamYard, that is my referral link. Again, there are other options, but they're all going to give you the option to either stream to live Facebook or YouTube. And those are the two that work with 22 Social. And those are the kind of the two options you have. So I really do hope that was helpful. And I do like doing things like this. So if there's other ideas or things you want help with, or you like the style, let me know. We'll try to do some more of these. I'm going to try to do more of these actually in the group, in the 22 Social group, as opposed to here on the page. But yeah, it's always fun to do, little training, things that I know that you guys would benefit from, because I see that confusion there a lot. And I thought, let me explain to them exactly what it means to stream. You're welcome, Shelly. All right. So for those of you who are wondering, how this all works, I'm going to go through, I'm going to explain that really quick, talk about our bundle deal, and announce this week's winner. And then we'll wrap up. So if you have any other questions and I don't get to today, you guys know where to ask them. If not, I will be letting you know shortly. So if you don't have 22 Social and you do want to set this up where you can have live streaming in the app, or create a membership that connects your payment options, whether people are paying with credit card or PayPal, to access to a Facebook group, 22 Social can act as the glue that connects those. And a lot of people are using this as a membership platform. You don't even need a website. All you need is a Facebook business page. They're super easy to set up and manage. They are free. Lots of people use them in place of their websites, or in conjunction with. And with 22 Social, you can add custom apps, the third-party applications, which I refer to as landing pages, for either free or paid content. And paid content can be restricted to a one-time payment or like a membership with recurring payment. So that smart link, every install comes with a smart link that's viewable on mobile or desktop. And when you share it on Facebook, it'll show a nice little newsfeed, generate a newsfeed image there. But you can put that link anywhere. You can put it in your email signatures. I highly recommend putting it in the call to action button on your Facebook business pages. That button is very highly prominent on mobile in case people do visit your page, unlike third-party tabs that are not. So you can really put it anywhere. When you first install a app or a landing page, it's very plain, very blank looking. We showed a few examples today of some of the apps I've created, or some of the templates we have, but you will just one click installs it, and then you just go in and edit. There's templates and different layouts you can choose, but you can add your own text, your own colors, images, videos, all kinds of widgets like countdown timers and things like that to make it your own. And once it's ready to go, you just hit publish and you'll get a link. Each install comes with a smart link that is mobile friendly. So whether people visit it on desktop or mobile, it'll look great. And you can create up to 15 of these landing pages per business page. And with our standard plan, you get 3 business pages that you can sync to. So that's 45 different apps, lots of options that you can come up with there. So people create them for all kinds of things. You could just have a regular just web page, right? Like a home page that talks about who you are with a few links to maybe buy your services. Or you can get a little bit more creative and gate to your apps where they land on a landing page, and then they either have to register to get access. So that would be like a free gated app. They can log in with Facebook to get a download or watch a video or register for your, free webinar, do contests and things like that. Or you can restrict access with payments, either one time. So they'll pay one time and they get access to a course, a series of videos that you have hosted in there, or one-on-one coaching where once they pay, they have a link to your special calendar or something like that. Or you can host a paid webinar or live streaming event like a masterclass. And that would be just they pay one time and they have access. Or you can actually charge it recurring. So a lot of people use this platform for memberships. They pay $10 or $100, whatever your monthly is to be part of your membership. High-end programs where they're paying, $1,000 a month to have some one-on-one time with you. You set the limit of what the amount is, the actual payment, and the recurring basis. Is it weekly, monthly, yearly? You can choose that, and you can have unlimited number of members, which means unlimited income, right? So a big bird's eye overview of all of this whole process of how it works is you get this app, you set it up all nice and pretty. When you're ready to go, you hit publish, and it gives you the link that you use to send. You're going to share that link, and when you share it on Facebook, it looks like this. In news feeds and groups, to get people's attention. That's the first impression they see. If they like what they see and they click, they are taken to the landing page you created. If it's gated, they'll see the gate side first. You'll explain to them what they get for registering or paying or enrolling or whatever your term is for that. They will say yes to that, and they will be asked to confirm their Facebook profile. So it'll show who they are on Facebook. All of this is captured from their Facebook profile. They check agree and continue, and they are in. And you are collecting a Facebook login profile, and they will instantly have access to whatever you have on the main content side. So earlier when I was showing, here's the gate side, here's the main. Gate is what people see who have not registered or have not paid. The main content is everything else, and they can scroll through and see what you have there, whatever if this is a membership, what that membership content entails, instructions, things like that. You on the back end have access to what's called your social relationship manager. There's a little SRM tab at the top that only you see when you're logged into Facebook as the admin of this, this application, of this page. And there you'll have everyone's info that's brought in from Facebook, their name, their email. You can message them, the location, date of birth. You can ask for additional information as well, sync to your CRM and all of that. But just for logging in, it's capturing this basic info here. And you can manage your registrations or your enrollees, your members, whatever, depending on what the app is for memberships. These would be your members, right? And depending on, like if you use PayPal as your payment processor, a lot of times the people, the name on PayPal doesn't match the name on Facebook. And so you're like, did they pay? Do I let them into the group? You don't have to worry about any of that. 22 Social acts as the glue that connects the payment profile to the actual Facebook profile. So you know exactly who it is on Facebook, whether or not they should be added to your app. But if you ever needed to check that out or make any changes on PayPal, there's a quick little or cool little button here that takes you right to their PayPal profile. We also offer Stripe as a payment processor too, which I just switched over from PayPal to Stripe. Lots of really good resources and training in the Facebook group, 22 Social Facebook group on that I've been creating. I'll be adding some more as well. Because we added some new features, which we'll talk about next week. And then there's this really cool 22 Social Connect, which is a Chrome browser extension that even makes it easier to manage your memberships when you connect Facebook groups to your 22 Social apps. You go into your settings, you tell them your Facebook group URL and the app ID number, and pick some colors for what you want to be active, inactive, or not found. And what this does is it checks that SRM against the Facebook name in the group and will tell you, give you a color based on whether, yes, they are paying members, no, they're not. They either haven't registered or they were paying and they have since canceled. There'll be a different color, or unknown. They're not anywhere. They've never paid. They've never gone through your gate. And so you'll know whether is it time to take them out of the group? Or even when they ask to request, do I let this person in? You don't have to check your, back office or anything like that. If you use this extension, it'll turn the name a certain color, which you designate what color that is. But in this example, green, if their name's green, let them in. If they're red, that means they have stopped paying. And if they're orange, they haven't registered yet. So you need to then say, hey, this is this is a free group, but you need to register, or this is for paying members and here's where you need to go to register. And so you can manage that. But with tools like this, with your blueprint, with your 22 Social apps, with cool Chrome extensions and all this, it really makes managing your membership easy and being able to realize that dream. So I would love for you to have results like Will Irish, waking up every day seeing this in this inbox. You've got a new payment. You've received a new subscription payment. Notifications from PayPal. If you use Stripe, I get those too in Stripe. I'm starting to like seeing those as well. But this is what it looks like for Will on just one of his products. He has several subscription products along with other types. Like I said, you can have 15 per business page. Our standard plan includes up to 3 business pages. So that's 45 app installs where you can connect all this and get going and see results like that. So I want to make sure, especially if you're new or if you haven't done this yet, we have an assessment that's going to really answer the question, what action do I take and when? What do I do first? What do I do right now? If you take the Dream Builder self-assessment, this will tell you, where you are in the journey and what the next step is for you, which is super important. So if you head over to 22s.com/dream, you can take this free assessment. It's the Dream Builder self-assessment. It will give you a customized plan, an action plan. that's based on where you are on your entrepreneurial journey. So it's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but it's really important to figure that out. So check that out, 22s.com/dream. You'll get that free assessment. You'll be able to check out our awesome Dream Builder bundle, which includes a Dream Builder course. So it has a whole course on a lot of these concepts that walk you through all kinds of different things, from what your price points should be, your delivery, your offer, really honing in on that, how to grow your business, your attraction strategies, all of that, all of the different components of that blueprint. And along with that, of course, we want you to be able to earn money while you're learning all of this. So we include a year of the 22 Social software for free, which for membership will give you unlimited members, but you could use it for anything, right? It's the annual account, a whole year on us, 3 Facebook pages. So that would be 45 installs of all different things you can do. Includes all the features, unlimited members. It's a really awesome plan. And you get that with the Dream Builder course for an awesome deal. So check that out, 22s.com/dream. It's a really good deal, but at the very least, take that assessment. You can also get into our Facebook group. There's some links in there as well. Once you register, it's all completely free to register and get the assessment, and to refer others. When you refer others, you're entered into our weekly drawing, where we actually give this bundle away every Tuesday completely free. So I'm gonna actually do that right now because we're running over. I'm probably gonna get a spanking for this. Get a talking to. That's okay. All right, so we are going to give away this entire bundle. It's valued over $600. It's less than half that if you go check out the deal right now. And you'll get entered to win a year. You'll be, for referring people, you'll be entered to win a year of 22 Social plus a bundle, which we are going to give away today to Anna Garcia. She's got a long name there. And referred by Melody. So that's awesome. Part of one of the awesome tools in there I had mentioned earlier, you could use this to create like a contest or a sweepstakes. You can automatically choose a winner from everyone who's registered. Their chances are increased when they refer people. So it'll tell you that if they were referred by someone else. So Melody actually referred Anna, which is cool. We don't usually get to see all of these every time on the winner screen. So it's a good opportunity to let you guys know that is a feature. So I like to do, when I do my own contests or I'm running certain sweepstakes, I will tell people, just to get them to refer your friends. And if someone you referred wins, you both get the prize, right? Because it'll show up here who the winner is and who the person that referred them is. Really cool feature. But congratulations, Anna. You have won a whole year of 22 Social plus the Dream Builder Blueprint course completely on us. If you are an existing user, we'll just tack on an extra year free along with that course. Just message our page to let us know that you are, if you have any questions or whatever, we'll get you all hooked up. Congratulations. All right. I'm going to come back over to questions. And let me just double check. Is this because you didn't win? Refer more people, it will increase your chances. But yeah, awesome. All right, cool. We got lots of thank yous. Michelle, awesome. I'm glad you like that. Clara, very good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys, if you are catching the replay or you have more questions or you started playing around with this and things came up, ask in the Facebook group. The same link you see on the screen, 22s.com/dream, has the link there, and I think it's a button or whatever to get into the Facebook group if you're not already in there. And I will talk to you guys next week. Won't be as long next week, I promise. Bye, guys.